Hi everybody, this is Brio of Brio Productions. I know it's been a while since I've done a tutorial, but I've been kind of busy and doing whatnot. Anyways, as per request, I'm going to do a tutorial on texture editing in Swift3D. So let's say you want to make Blocky's face. Well, normally I just start with Macromedia Fireworks, but you can use any kind of, imagery programs like, Photoshop, or I don't know if MS Paint will work, but I guess it will. But, just try anything that will output in like JPEG or GIF or PNG as this one does. So it's just set your canvas to whatever you want it to be. Like, if you want somebody with a green face, you can put green or, whatever color. Generally Blocky's just about that. Usually I'll go over to like the color wheel and do something a little more specific. Alright, anyways, you're going to export that, or however you're going to do it in the programs. Now you can use JPEGs if you like, but they tend to be a little pixelated. You can use GIF. I personally just use PNG. And then I just say export. We're just going to put this on the desktop. We'll call it face 1. Alright, so save face, then go into Swift3D. You can go to whatever bitmap you want. Like it's under materials. You can either put it on flat, glossy, bitmap. I usually just put it under bitmap. And then you can just right click, say new material. Put your ambient as that, something light, and reflection color. You don't want to put highlight strength unless of course you want your face to be all shiny and have a little thing on there. There we go, that's just a little bit of an ambient. Alright, what you're going to do is select this, scroll all the way to the bottom and say bitmap image, then this will pop up, and look, there's face, import, and boom. Alright, now that doesn't look exactly like the face you want, but we can fix that real quick. But right now we're just going to call this face 1. Make sure the brightness is alright. Use this generate preview to check. See, like if I put the brightness all the way up, it's going to be like really bright. And if you put it all the way down, it's going to be really dark. So you just want to about what you think a face would look like, so kind of like that. And then just gonna say okay. Now let's bring up, do I still have Blocky on here? Probably do. Models, libraries, characters, Blocky, there's Blocky. Alright, so you got Blocky, right? Well, normally he wouldn't have a face. It would probably look something like, what's the generic? You would probably have something like that. So Blocky doesn't have a face. So you go down here, find Blocky's face, or the face we just made. Okay, you can obviously see that's not exactly what you wanted. So what you gotta do is click on Blocky, then make sure you have the head selected, then go to Advanced Modeler. Once you're in Advanced Modeling, make sure that you have this thing selected. If it's like, if you have it just like this where the Edit Mesh is not highlighted, click on that and then say Edit Mesh. Now what you're going to do is click this right here to edit the texture mode. Now in texture mode, you can click and drag, once you click this up here, you can click and drag the face to wherever you want it to be. And then you can use this to resize it. So we make it a little bit smaller, not too small. And then we'll move it a little more towards the front. And you can use this to rotate it. Well, rotate it within the boundaries. It's very hard when you're using textures because, the face wants to go everywhere and be everything, and you gotta kind of mess around with it in here. If it's too big, then you're gonna have to resize it, providing that you're not using fireworks and it's retarded. Hang on a second, I gotta combine all these pieces together because fireworks just hates my guts. Ugh! Alright, fine, you know what? He's just gonna have a freaking stupid eyebrow. There. Okay, now you can resize the face. Make it a little bit smaller. And put it like right smack dab in the middle. And then do export, preview again, make sure it's PNG 2. Save it as face 1. Yes. Okay. Then you're gonna go back in here and then reinstalled onto this one. So just say browse, face 1, boom, made it smaller. And of course it's being a pain in the tukish. There, now we made it smaller. We can move it a little bit into the front. And of course, you can resize it, make it a little bit bigger than that. You don't want to resize it too much because then you can't see it. And you don't want to make it too small because then you're gonna have a million heads. Ah! But yeah, just, you know, make it the right size and then make the adjustments to where you want it. And then once that's done, it should look alright. There, now Blocky has a good, you know, slightly dismembered head. But that's texture editing, and it works pretty much with everything. Good example. Let me get rid of Blocky. You can put in just one of these little slabs here. Now let's just say I take my Brioche Productions. So when you go into advanced modeling, you can go in here, select that, and then you can move it around and do whatever you want with it. And remember, it kind of repeats everything. So when you move it like that, you can see multiple ones, and if I was to zoom in and zoom out, you'd see a million of them. Or you just zoom into the one. And of course you can rotate it and do whatever. And however it looks on here, when you go back to the scene, it's going to look just like that. Another cool thing with fireworks is that you can actually do textures with transparent backgrounds, and they'll actually show up like that on Swift3D. So let's say, for example, I make some blue squares. Okay, we're just going to take that before I screw everything up. And we'll export that. Do another PNG. You got to make sure it's in PNG for this format. If you do JPEG, it's not going to work. So, or whatever other program you're using. Just do test 2. What the hell? Okay. Alright. This is my already set up one, but anyways, we're gonna put it in here. Import that, generate preview, and that's what it's gonna look like. It's kind of pretty neat, and I'll show you what it looks like out here on the screen. So you put a box in. Nice little cube that we get to work with. And then when we put this on there, oh my god, look! It's transparent and looks awesome. And it'll render like that. See? You can't even see the cube anymore, it just looks like the textures. It's a really neat feature that I wish I knew about during Crossing Bound 2, because I was making a sign, and yeah, I'm not going to get into that story, but whatever. Anyways, it pretty much works with anything, and a good example would be my little 8-bit Brio, or 16-bit Brio, whatever Earthbound was. But anyways, yeah, he has no texture backgrounds on the sheet, so instead of looking like a, damn it, why won't you render? Oh, because I'm not clicking the render button. Duh. The outlines won't show up, so they'll just look right through them. So if I put like one of these geospheres in the background behind them, make it a little bit bigger, they'll show up behind them. And it won't just be a little flat panel thing, it'll actually be on the outside edges. It'll look awesome. Oh no, two-dimensional Brio is two-dimensional, and backwards, and upside down. But you get the point. Of course, you can actually go in here and make the alpha on this one, like, let's say 40%. We'll export that. Save, yes. Not debut, damn it. That's what happened last time and I messed up. Go in here, browse, same one, okay, and we'll put that on there. And now, move this down or move that up. As you can see, it's transparent now. So when you render that, you can see right through it. So, neat little nifty trick that you can use, as long as you got, you know, Macromedia Fireworks or something of equivalent, and it's not being retarded and you're able to work with it, it'll work just fine. So if you have any other questions, just feel free to comment, and I'll try to make another tutorial for it, you know, providing that I'm not too lazy. And thank you for watching.